Hello again, everyone. Vince Shuta here for Shuta Multimedia, coming to you today from the heart of Taylor, Pennsylvania, at the Taylor Community Center, where we're here for another one of the 570 Dojo's self-defense demonstrations. You want to check it out with me? Well, let's go. Okay, let's go that way. That would be better, yes.
Show us what we call the protective stance. Okay, so just stand neutral again. If I were the stranger in the scenario, the aggressor, the whatever, the bully, the mugger, and I'm coming towards her, as soon as I get close enough where she feels uncomfortable, she's going to go to what we call the protective stance. Okay, both hands are up in front of the chest. Her dominant, she's right-handed, so her dominant leg and hand go back. She's kind of chambering that power side back. So right now, this sends a message of, you know, when you see someone do this, she's kind of telling you with her nonverbal, stay away, don't get any closer. You're a creep. Keep away from you. So she's sending that nonverbal message, stay away. So I'll show it from this angle here. Okay, if I grab here, trap. Right. She has my hand trapped. Okay, I can't get it out. Simultaneously, as she's coming back, she's doubling the impact. As she's coming back, I'm off balance and she's striking with a palm strike. It's a 2-for-1 deal. Okay, one more time on this side. Good, very good. Also, the attacker, if it is sexual nature, is grabbing the woman's chest. Never in a million years is he going to expect you, the female, to keep it there. Okay? So you're kind of messing with his head too. And it really is kind of that mind flip where if you have the hand, okay, 9 times out of 10, just grab the shoulder, they're going to expect the woman to go, oh, get away, you know, freak out, try and slap the arm away. But really you want to keep it, trap it, step back, and fall off balance, and you strike. So the choke here from a standing position, go ahead. Good. One more time. I'm choking. He's going to reach across. Go ahead. Right down. Good. He's trapping my hands to his chest, okay, with his non-dominant arm. Okay? His dominant hand is on top for a purpose, so he can strike me in the face. And I can't get my hands away. Okay? He's pinned his hand. The attack is the same as we just did to Matthew. Okay? 1, 2, good. Good. Now see how what she did was she trapped both wrists and pulled me down. She didn't pull me on top of her because the natural inclination is to resist that. But what she did was she fired up strikes. Again, the end result is, go down. The end result is both hands trapped with centerline kicks to the groin, stomach, chest, pelvic bone, even to the face. From here, she could reach me, and I can't reach her even if I got my arms free. Okay? So there's several moves where we'll voluntarily go to the ground. Some of you might be thinking that's counterintuitive. You know, I'm not going to voluntarily go to my back and fight, but you really should. If Matt's stronger than Aubrey. All right, let's just call it what it is. Matthew is stronger than Aubrey is. Okay, so for Aubrey to try and do the move Matt just did, just do a trap and don't go down. Break. Good. From here, okay, if I can outpower her or pull a hand free, I'm going to start smacking. Okay, we don't want that. We want to literally. She disappears from my target zone. I'm right here. I'm focused on choking, on strangling. So we want to drop down, get away from these strikes. She's going to drop down and hold my arms. One more time from this angle. Ready? Go. Good. Good. Nice. Kick. Reach my hands, full extensions. Nice. Good. And we should be shouting, what? No! Good. All right. Boom. Now from there, the follow-up move is you can actually do a full takedown. What she's going to do is, in every move you saw today so far, once contact is made, trap and slap, bridge away, brace away, we keep contact with the attacker. We want to maintain contact with the attacker always. So same thing is here. She's going to bring this leg closely around the bad guy's leg. She wants that contact to do the full takedown. All right, one more time. Ready? Go. Boom, boom, boom. She's going to come here. Right here, she's going to kick out, and I'm going to go down. All right? One more time, full out. Go. Good. Nice. Good job. I wasn't going to give it to you. Good job. Leah Doherty from the Women's Resource Center, come on up and speak to you about some of the things that she does at the center and why we're here today. Thank you, Leah.
Robert said, I work at Women's Resource Center, and I do a variety of things there at the center, and one of my roles is kind of community outreach. So we partner a lot with schools, students who are doing senior projects, and for the last 2 years, Robert has had a group of students from Riverside do the self-defense demonstration. First they came to the agency, they met with me, they learned a little bit about the agency so that they could understand some of what the reality is for women and young adults in our community. Most often it is a woman who's a victim of domestic violence and sexual assault. We know that statistically across the country it's about 85% of the victims are women. That doesn't mean that violence doesn't happen against boys and men, but statistically, we know that a woman is more likely to be victimized at some point in her life. And so the students have done some work to understand both the statistics and the risk factors, and then also understand the services that are provided by our organization. Women's Resource Center has been in our community over 30 years, and last year we had 14,000 phone calls to our hotline. So if you think that domestic violence and sexual assault aren't happening in our community, I can tell you that, unfortunately, it definitely is. We serve Lackawanna and Susquehanna counties, so those 14,000 calls came from that corridor of the Northeast. Occasionally we'll get a call from another county. We served over 100 people in our safe house, women and children, and we served over 300 unduplicated individuals, adult individuals, into the organization, not including their children. So a lot of people seeking services, whether it was a recent victimization or something that happened in their past. Certainly we saw an increase in calls after we had some recent events in the media, like Penn State or the Boy Scouts or other school events, community events that have triggered people to say, I need to talk about this. Either something that happened to themselves or to a family member. We do provide, we call it significant others, services to family members who just say, this happened and I don't know that I dealt with it well, or I just need some advice, so some suggestions. So we're there not just for the person who's been victimized, but for their family and their friends. We offer hotline services, individual, group, safe house, for people who are at imminent risk and need to leave quickly. We do legal advocacy within the court system and legal representation for a small number of folks through our Justice Center. So we have a broad array of services that we provide, but it's stuff like this that really makes the difference, because hopefully not only are you learning self-defense, the things that Robert and the kids are teaching you, to protect yourself or to offer words of wisdom to a family member, but you're going to take something from today and go back and say, in my own family or community, I'm not going to stand by anymore and let this happen. It's when all of us learn to speak up. Kids and adults, men and women, girls and boys. One of the greatest things, there's a big article in today's paper in the Sunday Times, in the first section, on teen dating violence. It's here, it's in our schools, and you're here because you know someone that's a young person. Are you talking about it? Are you saying it's okay to say when something bad is happening? Or to recognize it early on, before it gets too bad. We do this demonstration when we do community presentations, and we call the mannequin Sammy. It's a cardboard person. And it has about 15 different characteristics, positive traits in color that cover, this kind of mannequin standing like this. And we tell this scenario about this young person who is dating this, other high school student, and gradually things happen that kind of tear away at these positive qualities and leave these characteristics of shame and guilt and low self-esteem. And so the colorful Sammy is replaced by a gray cardboard image. And that's how this young person sees themselves after months of dating, or maybe a year or two. And that's the power and control. We have some examples on the table. The kids have put together power and control wheels. That's what someone can do to someone else when it's an abusive relationship. It doesn't just have to be, I'm punching you, I'm hitting you. It's the emotional abuse. It's the way in which somebody is controlling someone else. And that's what we see often with young people. So if you have any questions, I'll be over here at the table. Josh and I are also selling raffle tickets for the baskets. So after the demonstration, please come see us. And again, thank you everyone for being here, and mostly thank you. You've done, just by doing this, you're making a difference. The posters that have been hanging up, the Facebook page, that says a message. You know, and I know each of you, I talked with all 3 of the students, you know, what's their plans next year, and each of them are going to take with them what they've gotten out of this experience and make a difference into where they're going next. So that's what this is. You know, it's pay it forward. So thanks.
Thank you. Okay, so full on. Yep, go. Good. Nice. Good job. So from here, we're in the dominant position. I'm going to come down and start putting strikes. She's going to cover. She has to trap when she can. When she can have her break in the action, she's going to trap my hand, trap the wrist, the elbow, and pop forward. Good. And then start striking. Elbows, elbows, elbows are always best. I showed you brace away to the hips. But let's say that's happening. Brace away to the hips, and I'm grabbing here, okay? Before she can fire a knee strike, before that can happen, which is what we want you to do quickly, the bad guy picks you up. And then what do you do, okay? I'll show you from here. Here we go. So what you're doing is, she's putting her leg against the bad guy's leg. Tension on the inner thigh, wrapping it around. Then the free leg becomes the torpedo knee, the torpedo kick into the guy's body. We're just basing off, literally using his entire body as your leverage point, swinging that knee in. He's going to drop you. When you hit the ground again, after he lets go, then you deliver the knee strikes, the palm strikes to the face. That's when that stuff happens. The move that Samantha showed earlier, a grab from behind, from here, okay? Again, she's going to tuck her chin and grab here. This time, as she goes down, she's going to cup the elbow with this hand to ensure it stays straight. See the lock on the arm? And then she can start firing kicks. What we're going to do from here is she's going to fire elbow strikes. She's looking at her target and firing elbow strikes. Boom, boom. Now, after the strikes are delivered, after the reverse elbows are delivered, she's going to, in one motion, take this arm and go right down, and she's going to flip. She wants to be there to fight back. Okay, so it's a roll on the shoulder and turn over. So, whether the attack is happening from this angle, like sexual assault, or a scramble away and he's grabbing at her, this is the move. Here you go. Good, and she's firing kicks. If I come in, she's going to kick harder. Okay, she's just going to, no matter what I do, she's going to keep kicking. Good. Now, what? That's why I stopped. Also, Samantha and Aubrey did a great job, and Amanda, of doing the pendulum get-up that Shanta illustrated before. Once that encounter just happened, whether it's the worst position possible, this is just the basic, this is the entry move that we start with. Attacker's coming down, base off in the chest, jerk away, and then kick. Good kick. Or whatever the move is, if the defender is on her back, and you've already delivered a couple strong blows to the bad guy, you're kind of in this limbo state. Hopefully, there's 3 scenarios. 1, best case scenario, you've neutralized this guy, you've kicked him in the face, chest, groin, ribs, he's down for the count. You pendulum up, checking, looking, I'm over here lying in a pool of my own slot, I'm wet, and she goes away, calls 911, and everything's great. Best case scenario. Worst case scenario is the strike's glanced off, he's on something, a lot of we see attackers all the time in the media where they're on, all sorts of drugs, he's hopped up on stuff, maybe they're not feeling these kicks right away. Or whatever, maybe he's just strong, maybe you didn't hit him hard enough, he's coming back. If I'm coming back and she's going to pendulum, she's going to quickly go back. That's the next one. That's the third one. She's going to go right to her back. bring her knees to her chest, and we're back here again. So if I come in, then she's going to start giving strikes and kicks. If I grab her ankles, like Sam showed earlier, tiny little circles towards the thumb. Tiny little circles towards the thumb, and then strikes. Okay, the only rule of thumb here is you can't do two at once. Try and go together. It doesn't work. It has to be 1, 2. And then you can't hold on towards the thumb, and then the guy's down. And the third one, which you've already seen, is the torpedo kick, where you're kind of in pendulum, you're up, you're completely up, and then as I'm coming, fire the kick out. Even if you go flying on your butt, that's fine. You already hit this guy really hard in the center line. You're breaking the pelvic bone, you're breaking any of the sternobone, all of them. You're just cracking all these ribs here, groin, stomach. So there are the three scenarios. Once the initial defense has happened and you're scrambling to get up. They're the three scenarios. Hopefully your first encounter did the trick. If not, you go back always go right back to your back and kick, kick, kick. That's the safest place to be. Again, you're going back from here. Like, what's that? Okay, yeah. So let's say I knocked you down and good point. Yes, I'm sorry. God, you're right. Okay, so let's say I knock her down and she's on her back, okay? Even from here, this is still the best place to be. If I start moving, she's going to follow me. If I'm trying to get around to the side, she just scurries and follows me, okay? Yeah, you might be on blacktop, concrete, gravel, who cares? Your back's going to be a little scraped up. It's far better than the alternative, okay? Just keep moving, keep following the guy. If I go here, chest come in, she's going to start kicking. As soon as I make that move, the kicks start coming. Boom. Okay? She can even kick up all the way. She can even start kicking and go all the way up. See how high she got? She's gonna break my nose. It comes up, boom. As soon as I lean down, again, right. Boom. See what she's doing? This is the base. Using my body as the base. Boom. Then this kick start. You're gonna break the guy's neck or jaw. Also, as I showed it with Sam Robert earlier, she big foot here. From here, I can't hit her. Okay? I'm going to have to swat the arms away, but then she's going to immediately start kicking again. Knees to chest and ready to go. That's the move for 90% of the stuff for women. Protective stance, okay? We want to hit with the soft part right here. The heel palm. The heel of the palm. That's the area that we strike. So, just put your pads down. If I'm striking the face here, okay, look at the surface area. Okay, I'm encompassing the whole surface area. The heel area, this area, is going right for the chin, okay, or the nose, okay, but I want to strike up. My fingers might find an eye socket, okay, good, might find the nose, okay, diminishing a couple senses all at once. If I hit with a fist, small surface area. Yeah, it might be slightly more powerful, but we're not professional fighters. I don't have my hands wrapped. Okay, I don't have that luxury of being in the ring or in the octagon. I don't have wraps. It's gonna buckle quickly. Okay, wrists bend real easily. Knuckles break very easily. Open hand palm strikes are the much better way to go. And come in with elbows. Open hand strikes are much, much better in all scenarios on the street. Good. Okay, jab, jab, strike. Do that a couple times. So we're giving a feint, like a quick jab, getting the guy's blinking or moving, and then a power strike. Okay, jab, jab, strike. Left, left, right. Ready? Begin. Good. Okay. And you should hear them yelling, "No!" as they're striking every now and then. But you get the point. They get some good, powerful strikes. A little different with socks on, huh? But basically, that's a good, solid hand strike towards the head. We could. Sorry, you jumping here? That's right. We could make it any combination. We could go jab, jab, strike, and then we could follow right up with the knee. Okay, come up with the knee strikes right afterwards. It could be jab, jab, elbow to the face, and then down. It could be any kind of maneuver from there. We like trapping arms. Matt's going to jump up here real quick. Thank you. Matt's going to jump up here real quick and show a pot check. Okay, so right here, this is just, again, a little bit of fighting technique. So if I'm going to punch, if I'm going to jab in at Matt, just one time, what's that? Yeah, so what he's going to do is he's going to pock check and neutralize this arm. Again, just like all the other moves today, maintaining contact with the bad guy at all times. Ready? Good. On this side. Everyone can see it. Come in. Good. And he's trapped my arm. He's actually using his body right now, pull that way, to break my elbow against his own ribs. Okay? And this hand is delivering strikes, elbows, boom, boom. Right? Exactly. One more time. Good. And he's neutralized. He's got in a good stance here. I can't do much. He's pulling me down. Okay, good job. She's dropped back to the protective stance. If I'm coming to strike, she's going to cover. I could hit her pretty hard, and it's still going to cover. Watch what she did here. The back shoulder and the hip actually curled back, softening this blow, but it's actually cock and loaded for this. Okay, so one more time. So I come here, slap, boom, right, and then from there she can grab and knee, you know. Ooh, now you're being soft. Okay, from here I can just sort of hit like Raffels. Okay, good. She can come in and start snapping those kicks at me. If I'm coming here even, she can do that same kick. Kick, nicely, right? So any of those kicks from there just fire out nicely. Even in front like a T, okay, if I'm coming straight in, right? Her leg is going to reach me before my hand does. You guys know this from Shikaru, right? Just a simple sparring technique. I'm coming in, boom, okay? I can't reach her and she's already doing the damage. Okay, use your legs, ladies. The best way to defend. Great technique. So this is a little more kind of situational. Everything we did so far, I kind of showed you. I put them in the position. This is scenario-based. So Aubrey doesn't know me, and I'm approaching her. Okay. So she's going to do what?
Stay back.
Good. I can't yet reach her. That's a good distance. She said, "Stay back." Okay. In the real world, it would be a lot louder and more confident. But she said it nice and firm. Stay back. But she did not say, "Stay back, you big ugly creep." Okay, she did not insult me. Okay, we don't want to ever do that. Okay, avoid insults, avoid profanity, avoid any of that stuff. It's going to only aggravate the scenario. We want to de-escalate all these situations. We don't want to have to fight. But she gave me a solid, firm stay back. Okay, so hopefully right here now I say, "Whoa, chill out. I just want to change from the parking meter," you know, and she's like, "It's nothing." But maybe it's not. Maybe it's something. Go neutral. Okay, so I come again, and she does what?
Stay back.
No, come here, I want to talk to you.
No.
She gives me a good solid palm strike right into the xiphoid process, right in the chest plate. Boom. Probably not going to win out of me. Grab here. Now, if I try and move her, again, another great gridlock stalemate position. She tees out. Top of the T, straight line to the capital T. Her body and my body make the T. I'm pulling in this position. I cannot move her. Okay? Now maybe she might slide on leaves or gravel, but right now I can't move her. Bring that foot over here. Ready? Tee out. Easily moved. You need to be properly based in a straight T. Tee out. Now from here, straight off the guy's body, see how she had to adjust? I cannot move that. Okay? If she's in that proper T off the body. As soon as you're offline a little bit, it doesn't work. You need to be in this position. Now, from here, she's going to reach in, grab the wrist, boom. Again, opening up the center line and striking. Okay, soft challenge, hard challenge. The soft challenge is I approach the person. The bad guy, the person is approaching you. Hard challenge is you tell them, stay away. Short, simple, firm directives. Don't get into question. They'll say, what do you want? Don't say a question. Don't start a dialogue. Say directive. Stay back. Stay away. Okay? No insults, no questions. Short, simple statements. Good job. I think you can give a round of applause. If you'd like to try a move or two, we'll show you some of the stuff. If you want to maybe get another ticket, Leah's over here. And in just a few minutes, we'll have the drawing, and we'll be out of here before 2. Thank you all for coming. Good, nice. Good. Good. Yeah. Nice job. Good pendulum. Yeah, just pop it. Want a couple more? Yeah, sure.
I'll see you with the dog.
You guys see this one yet? Did you guys learn this one yet? So if you guys right flat on top, and there's no room, you have to create room. So maybe he's trying to kiss, maybe he's trying to bite.